In this video, I'd like to show you how to strengthen a plastic parachute. As you can see here, I have a plastic parachute with a spill hole cut into it. And the purpose of the spill hole is more than just to make it come down faster. Actually, a spill hole is to stabilize the parachute so it doesn't kind of wobble as it comes down. So that's why I have one in this. This is going to be for an egg lofter rocket, and I don't want the egg lofter. I don't want the egg swinging back and forth, because when the egg hits sideways, that's when it's most vulnerable and will crack. So I want it coming straight down, and that's why I have a spill hole in this parachute. So I've already got my shroud lines cut, and what I'm going to do here, we're going to bring the shroud line all the way across the canopy so that it has less likely to tear out in one of the corners like you do on a normal parachute, which I've covered before. By going all the way across, we're basically strengthening the entire parachute. So first we need to find the center of the string, because that's going to go right in the middle of the hole. And so I'm just going to put my ends together and bring it out. And I'm going to take a magic marker and just color just that very tip so I know where the center is. I'm going to spread it out. I'm going to put it right in the middle of my hole. Okay, I'm going to hold it down and then just take a piece of tape. I'm going to put down one of the corners. Push that down hard. Then I'm going to stretch it again. Well, it didn't quite be in the center. All right, that's closer. Do that one. You can see I already pre-cut my tape, and that makes things go a lot faster. And then finally, I'll do this corner here. You can see I just want the string nice and straight, not too tight, not too loose, just kind of nice and flat. And then I'm going to put one right in the middle of the pieces right there. So there's going to be right there. And then one more on this side. All right. So now I'm going to kind of pause right here. I'm going to do the other two strings, and I'm going to be right back. Okay, I am back. I've got all my strings taped down. Now I got to do this middle, and so I'm going to take one piece of tape and I'm going to slide it underneath where all three of the strings come together right here, and then I'm going to take another piece of tape and put it right on top. Now when you do this, the object here is to cover all the adhesive, because we don't want this center to stick to the parachute when we gather it all together for flight. Now this little top is going to stay there, and that's going to be the top of the parachute. Now I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to start gathering up all my lines, and then I'm going to put a snap swivel on it like this one right here, which I've covered before. So a couple of things I want to mention first. How long is the length of the string? Since we're going across the canopy, we need to add one more diameter to the original length. And if you watched our video before, we said we like to have our strings 2 times the length of the diameter of the canopy. So this is a 24-inch diameter canopy. So I want to have 48 inches for the string plus another 24 inches for the top. So I want a full 6 feet on this particular canopy. The other thing is, what kind of tape do we use? I'm using just yellow plastic tape. If you don't have a good tape, what works really well is strapping tape that you put on cardboard boxes. That's very strong and it has some good tack to it, so it's really going to grab the plastic really well. So then basically that's it. Now when we go to launch this thing, we want the strings again on the outside. The snap swivel is going to be down here on the bottom, and then we're going to pack it like we would a normal parachute. Nothing's changed there. So again, go watch that other video on how to put together regular plastic parachutes, and then you'll know how to do stronger parachutes like this, which is really good for rockets that have a payload like an egg lofter or some kind of electronics. Cameras, if you have a camera on your rocket that's looking down when it's launched, this would be a good way to keep it looking down and nice and stable as it's coming down, so it's not swaying around your video on your video cameras. So my name is Tim Van Milligan. This is the Apogee Rocketry Workshop. May the winds be light, may the skies be blue, and may all your rockets fly straight and true.